Alright, this is the first quest that we have to do to become a blue mage. And blue mage is a very special, unique job in this game. As far as I remember and or have learned, you cannot queue for a dungeon. I'm not on a blue mage yet, so it's going to look different, but it's a level 50 quest given to us by a Zealous Yellowjacket in Limsa, kind of basically right to the northeast of the main aetheryte. The quest is called Out of the Blue. Here we go. You there, would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I've a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue-arsed wharf rat for all I care, but I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently, they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo shite according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud and you will receive fair payment for your assistance. And if they, by some miracle, end up doing what he claims, you might be quick to pick up a new parlor trick or two. So are you in? It's a female. I'm sorry, I've been doing it as a male. Right? Is it a female Makote? Yeah, it's a female Makote. Right. Very good. We've received word he's haranguing passers-by near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. My bad. My bad. I am dumb though, so like, what are you gonna expect? I'm a dummy dumb like me. Female Makote Yellowjacket. At least wearing Yellowjacket gear. So we teleport over to Summerford Farms, which is in Middle Lenosha. Also, could have just run this pathway that I'm like going with from the part of Limsa that we were at, that we were currently anyway, just east from there, from the main aetheryte. You got the Zealous Yellowjacket here behind a big rock. You got here just in time. It looks like he's about to make his pitch. Cutscene. There are 3 blue chests on the ground, a target dummy, and 5 various people standing watching this man in blue, a blue tunic, blue pants. He's got white gloves, kind of a white shoulder / upper chest thing going on. He's got really kind of glasses that are a little bit like thinner than his eyes, if that makes sense. Whatever. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The name is Martin, and today I present to you a wonder of the new world. I call it blue magic. Cutscene goes black for a second, and we kind of flash upon 4 different people wearing kind of bluish colored garments. Beyond the indigo deep live the Wallaki, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. Like black and white magic, it draws on ether from our surroundings, but that's where the similarities end, my friends. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see, but it's still magic. We have a scene of a big old scorpion, and then there's like a whirlpool thingy in the air, and whatever. The Wallaki discovered how to harness ether in the same way and wield the forces of nature. Scene flashes to a Marlboro doing the poison, or like the, what's it called? It's not poison breath, but bad breath on a fellow blue mage looking person. But how, I hear you cry? It's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. And then there's a scene where the triumphant blue mage is raising a staff into the air, while the Malboro behind the mage is dead. Of course, it's not as easy as picking fights with the local wildlife, but my Wallachie mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. He approaches the target dummy. Behold, the power of blue magic. Wields his staff, and like these blue diamonds circle him, and then like this like fire blast emanates from him. Blue diamonds circle him again, and he shoots what looks like 1,000 needles at the target dummy to me. And he's got an eye laser thing for the next attack. By the 12, did you see that? Says an impressionable adventurer. I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you. For the Wallachie, this color holds special meaning. Sacred, even. And seeing as this ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. I suppose you're all also wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. He holds out 5 soul crystals. They're square... like... almost like if you have a pyramid... but the top half is cut off, so you just have the base. That's kind of that's what they look like. They're just, square pyramids. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal, and don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. I'll even throw in one of these spell books, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I've got enough for all of you, but you'd better snap them up before it's too late. He's just holding out the crystals, holding the book up, and the 5 that we're watching on, at least 4 of them, approach him to talk more and or buy. Are you lot really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools? Says a random voice. It is a great axe wielding female Rogadin behind them. Drive the beast to attack? More like run headlong into battle with only a silly blue costume for protection? Of course, no one can claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly. I think she was one of the 5 that was watching. The other 4 seem unconvinced right now, deliberating between themselves. We have 2 of the spellcaster Mamul kind of rushing this group. The blue mage nonchalantly turns to them. We feast on your flesh, smoothkins. Your gods cannot save you now. He steps in front of the 5. All of you, stay back. He wields his staff again. The blue diamonds circle him as he passes like this cone of water bubbles. And then his next cast is like a fire blast AoE on them. Next cast is like this jump thingy where he jumps forward, smashes the ground, and blasts them. And then they're, no more, please, no more. They go running away. They never stood a chance. Bugger all this swords and shields nonsense. I'm giving blue magic a try, says the same impressionable adventurer. The Rogadin great axe wielding female has also joined in begging, more or less, for this blue magic ability. And all 5 of them are seen walking off from the scene. Different kinds of scene. Wearing what looks kind of like blue mage gear. And the happy seller guy walks in the different direction in my Zealous Yellowjacket. There's definitely something fishy going on here, and the arrival of those Mamulja was a little too timely for my liking. For my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next. So the 2 of us seem to go to follow. And then we see some figure watching us we have not seen yet. Like red kind of plaid pants, white undershirt, some kind of brown, I think it was a brown jacket. Like, there's one of those jackets that doesn't go like past the navel, so it's like Yeah, you should wear an undershirt, or unless you just want to expose most of your lower body and probably mid stomach and chest. We'll talk to the Zealous Yellowjacket to continue. We are in. We don't really have much. This is a checkpoint in lower Lenosha. It's like the most southern part of middle Lenosha. Sorry, most southern part of middle Lenosha. It looks like he's heading for the Morby Dry Docks. Follow me. And this is where I remember the quest taking me. I remember going all the way down here, and then like being in this Salt Strand area for whatever purpose after that. So we'll teleport to the Morby Dry Docks for 174. I've only unlocked blue on one other character, my Rogan warrior, and I did not make it far. I do not remember what level I got to. I believe it starts you at level 1. I didn't get much further than that, and yeah. But I have watched videos here and there about what you like, how you learn spells level by level, and you can learn them in a group. So if you have free company mates who wanna, because sometimes the spell that you can learn that is the appropriate level is only learned by a much higher level monster. But the level difference, apparently, I don't think it matters. So if you have somebody who will farm with you, then cool. If not, you're stuck only really learning the spell that is at the current level that you're at. Which is a little bit sad, but it is what it is, like if you're solo. Anyway, we'll talk to the Zealous Yellowjacket here in the Morby Dry Docks to continue. According to one of the guards, this Martin character has been seen skulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist from gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the Salt Strand. Let's go. And this is why I remember the Salt Strand being the next. The Salt Strand was the only thing I think I recall from this. Exactly what happens there, I don't remember. Okay, we'll fly down there, where once again behind a rock we have our beautiful Zealous Yellowjacket lass. Just as I suspected, he's up to no good. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this? And we have a cutscene where he is meeting with the Mamulja. Martin, you say you be less violent this time, but that was very violent indeed. It all adds to the realism, and you lads did a great job. Your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shat himself. I think we've seen enough, says the Yellowjacket. We nod to each other. We rush in. Martin turns. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. He looks shocked. Fraud? This is all a big misunderstanding. She shakes her head no. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. The game's up, and the same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, and the spell books explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault if the buyers can't be arsed to read them. And if you're thinking about clapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the costs down, but still. It all boils down to whether the soul crystals are genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic of his? She says to me. I think about it. Long, apparently. Come on, miss, don't be shy. Once you've learned your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. And he hands over a crystal to us. The crystal has this little design of like this masquerade mask on it. And I look pretty good as a blue mage in this outfit, at least. I'm gonna put it in my glamour dresser for sure. Oh yes, very fetching. While you've been getting changed, Latulja and Kahilja have been luring over a nice cooperative baby kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid, so one should turn up any moment now. We see them at the water's edge, and a big kraken does indeed appear. Run away! Run away! They run. That's a bit on the big side, lads, says Martin. Not to worry. All you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer, and our tentacled friend will return the favor. Our tentacled friend will return the favor by firing possibly quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. Okay. I'm like, what? I take a step back, like, what? And then I run in. And I whip out my stick thingy, and start hitting it, and it starts water jetting me. I keep hitting it, it keeps water jetting me with like tentacles that are kind of in the air. That's like 6 now. Keep whacking it. 7, 8 jets. Keep whacking it. 9, 10. Keep whacking it. 11. You know that. Keep whacking it. And the cutscene fades to black as I one hand down, one knee down, and the kraken sinks into the depths. And then we're up. Cutscene goes back to the Mamulja and Martin and us. Impressive. After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. By the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want it to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one, as long as you're the one the beast's after, its power should be yours, assuming you can defeat it. So you have to see it cast the thing, and then you have to. It has to die. I don't think it has to die by your final blow. But don't take my word for it. I need to research it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of bravery to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. She looks to me. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you? I cock my head to the side. I don't know. Martin shrugs. Yellowjacket lass crosses her arms. Now that's settled, I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind. Cutscene goes black. And we talk to Martin to finish this quest. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, miss, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal, outfit, and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you? We do, in fact, Out of the Blue gives us 11,700 experience points, which will go onto my gunbreaker. A blue soul crystal, a blue mage's arm, which is called a rainmaker. At least this weapon is called a rainmaker. I think it's one-handed. I don't see that information on here. Whatever. A true blue attire coffer. So a complete set of true blue attire, and then the water cannon spell, level 1, 200 potency, 2.5 recast, 2 cast, 100 mana is what it costs. Very cheap. I believe that's better potency, I think, than fire on my thaumaturge. Although fire gets better potency when you're in fire mode, astral fire, but whatever. Quest complete. We'll see if anything happens after this. Blue Mage unlocked. Open the Blue Mage spellbook under Character in the main menu to assign active actions. Blue Mage arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories that boost your intelligence will greatly increase the damage dealt by your offensive magic. So, intelligence-based class. If you lose your Blue Mage gear, replacements can be purchased from Calamity Salvagers in Limsa Gridani Elda. Cool. So, as I usually do, I don't want Pegasus timer to run down as much as I can help it. We will put on the Blue Mage arm, which will auto-equip this crystal. Blue magic. Rather than gaining new actions by increasing in level, blue mages learn them from enemies. To acquire an ability, you must witness your foe perform a specific attack before defeating it. The actions you learned are recorded in the Blue Magic Spellbook, found under Character, the main menu. Spells must be registered as active actions and set to a hotbar before they can be used. You may register up to 24 spells at once. Checking the box next to a spell will add it to the list of active actions. From there, they can be set to a hotbar. Blue Magic Spellbook details the attack type and aspect of each action. You can also view hints on where to acquire spells that you have yet to discover. In addition, if you use Duty Finder to enter... Wait, I didn't think you could. In addition, if you use the Duty Finder to enter duties with level sync or item level sync enabled, the chance of acquiring spells from the corresponding enemies is significantly increased. Oh god, wait, so you can use the Duty Finder as Blue Mage? I didn't think you could. Okay. Anyway. Unlike most other weapons, Blue Mage arms generally have little effect on a character's attributes. However, the intelligence gained from armor and accessories provides a much larger increase in offensive magic damage compared to other jobs. Cool. Alright. Let's pop open. I have to get off. Sorry, Pegasus. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, hold on. Oops, stop it. You're more than welcome, obviously, to just get away from this video. Do that there. We do... not campaigning. God, I do that like almost every time. Mount here. Minion goes here. We'll hop off Pegasus. We'll do the blue attire thingy. We get our hat. We get our true blue coat, gloves, body, etc. And once again, we look pretty cool. We'll pop this over to a new Blue Mage set, which we will put... It's a caster. We'll put it below Red Mage and Thaumaturge. And if it's not directly in line, I apologize. I hope that it doesn't bother you too much. Under character, we have our Blue Mage Spellbook. We'll add Water Cannon as an active. Save it, because what else am I going to do? Active one is fine. I have nothing else. And then you have these where to learn things. Brayflox's Longstop is a dungeon. I don't remember what level it is. I think it's like in the 20 range. I don't know what this is from the spellbook. It doesn't tell you what these spells are. It just tells you where to learn them. Northern Thanalin. I can learn whatever this is. But you can always... and then Northern Thanalin again for whatever this one is. Go online and learn the best way to learn blue magic stuff. Anyway, Martin will give us the next quest, but that'll be the next video. I will see you soon for that one. Ta-ta for now.